Coming to right to information. The right to information, coming to right to information, another part of the same question. So, right to information is also ancient concept. 70 years back onwards, several persons tried to put it in a formal way, but all those attempts have not been succeed. Finally, 2005, the act has been enacted. Before that, in 1982, one judgment is there regarding that is Prabhu Dattu. That case, that is also regarding Ranga Billa, about Ranga Billa case. In that case, Supreme Court held that right to information, right to know is a part of fundamental right. So governments and what is happening in the state also should be known to the citizens. 1982, one case is there. 1986, one case is there, that is regarding Jaipur municipality case. So in this way, there are several judgments before the enactment of the right to information. What is the object of the right to information? The object of the right to information is transparency. Transparency in the government, transparency in the state. So, good governance. Another thing is good governance. These are the basic These are the basic objectives of the right to information. And whether this right to information and the right to privacy are conflict in nature or complement in nature, what is the position? We can understand that the right to information is also fundamental right. It fixes the state accountability. It fixes it protects the arbitrariness. It protects the citizen from arbitrariness. So these two rights, one is privacy, another one is information are fundamental rights. Both are fundamental rights. Both are protecting the citizens. That is like that. If you see the right to privacy, there are two components. One is negative component, one is positive component. What is negative component is that it restrains the state to enter into the personal life of an individual. That is negative component. If you take positive component, state should protect the right to privacy of the individual. In the same way, right to information also have a very good duty and have obligation on the state. If you take Section 8 of the right to information, it protects the right to privacy. When right to know and right to information is a fundamental right, everything has to be in public, everything has to be revealed. But Right to Information Act protect the right to privacy through 2 or 3 sections. That one section is Section 8. Section 8 enlists the all types of exceptions which information cannot be given to other person. In the same way, Section 11 deals about the third party information. If you see Section 8, there are several descriptions which information, if it is information related to state security, information related to foreign relations, information related to other things, there are several categories. If you want, you read that. Not if you want, you have to read, you have to mention all these things, at least some of the things. So that is the unleashed Section 8. What is the third party protection? If anybody wants to information relating to a private person, the officer has to give notice to that private person whether this information can be given to whether he has any objections regarding that information, revealing of that information, so that there is a protection for third party. So like this, right to information is protecting the right to privacy, but it is limiting the right to privacy also. So right to privacy is not absolute right. In the same way, right to information is not encroaching it not invasion the right to privacy. So this is the interlink. Right to information is limit to the right to privacy. Right to privacy is limit to the right to information. So this is about the relation. Both are complementary, not conflict. Both are complementary, not conflict. That we have to understand. But we have to understand that there must be a state machinery to protect these rights. Section 8 clause 2 also have some exceptions. If suppose some protection is given to a personal information, but that information relates to 20 years back, it can be revealed, even it is protected. So if it is a old information, though it is protected, it can be given. Then coming to conclusion. Nowadays, digitalization, everything is digitalization, everything is in open platform. So for that, the Sri Krishna committee has been formed in the year 2017 itself, and Supreme Court directed to frame a mechanism. So Informational Technology Act deals with this data protection. According to Section 43A, Section 72A, if the state improperly disclosed the information of the person without following any procedure, there must be a compensation. It can be compensated. Compensation can be given for that. That is one aspect. So IT rules, according to 43A, some rules are framed regarding personal data protection. These rules deals with which information can be given, which information cannot be given. So you have to write all these things. You have to write all these things. You have to write right to privacy. You have to write right to information, and you have to write what is the relation between these two concepts, these two rights. So this is about this what do you call essay. You have to put it in an order. You can gather material from judgments or other internet sources. We can write any number of pages because it is not a prescribed syllabus. So a lot of information may be there, but there is no need to write unnecessary information. In a limited way, the content, important essence of these two rights have to be written. I request all of you try to write the important points immediately after concluding this class and put it in a PDF format. Please check with others what is your memory and what is your capacity in your own sentence, the capacity of writing in your own sentences. I tried to use the maximum the language of the court language or statute language. So you can use this language and you try to write a notes and you send to others, or one or two members or some members may be sent to my WhatsApp. So this is about right to privacy and right to information. If any doubts, put it in chat. We can discuss for a few minutes. Then we conclude the meeting. And I say that every 2 days or 3 days there must be one class regarding these essays. Already there are several topics in previous question papers. We will complete all topics in previous papers. Thereafter, I selected some of the topics. I will discuss all these topics with you. And within 2 days, for every 2 days, I will give information to that extent also. If any questions, or we will close, or you say what is your opinion, whether it is your you can understand or not. If you have any difficulties, you please put it in chat box.